got to talk about your dad, mate, right?
Big John.
Because he is becoming a TikTok superstar at the moment, isn't he? He's taking things to the next level. Is he at a rugby club this evening doing a speech? What's he up to
tonight? He's actually got a rare night off, but he's been in Zante, he's been Magaluf, he's going back over to Zante and Magaluf.
Right. So for people that don't know, what is he doing in these places? What's he up to?
No, describe your dad as well, because people don't even know. Like, he's a cheese dealer, or that's all I'll say.
So what we've done for years, my granddad done it before, and we had a cheese wholesalers basically, and we wholesale pallets of cheese. Yep. That's the mundane job. I've done it with him through lockdown, and we were selling meat on the van when we couldn't sell cheese to the restaurants, and that's what he's been a grafter his whole life, and he's still grafting now. It's a little bit of an easier way of doing it, and he's travelling up and down the country every night. He'll be in Swansea one night, it's now global. He's going Magaluf, he's going Zante, he's in Vegas he's invited over there to try the restaurants at the hotel, the Plaza Hotel.
You've got a deal with him, haven't you?
Yeah, he's got a great deal. Yeah. But he's sort of captivated a whole audience that it's just come out of nowhere. But I think it's because he's just a genuine bloke. People can see that he's just a genuine bloke, so people buy into it. It's not, he hasn't got a special talent, he doesn't do anything spectacular, but he loves the Chinese. People get on board with that, and he's been throwing prawn crackers out at nightclubs.
But as Adam said,
hang on. Yeah. He goes to nightclubs and throws prawn crackers out at nightclubs.
Dips them into people's mouths. Sometimes a cheeseburger. He's got another catchphrase: "Who wants a effing burger?"
Right.
And, it just his catchphrases. You know what TikTok's like. Little things can take off. And
so is he still doing the cheese company?
Yeah, he's still got that about once or twice a week. He's trying to wind that down and move into different areas, but he's got customers and people he's loyal to there as well. So he's not the sort of man just to shut it all up. He's still he owes a bit to these people in terms of working with them and giving them business.
It's fascinating that you and he have what most people who study biology will know this term, symbiotic relationship, that you and have a symbiotic chemistry that...
Well, it's like Ant and Dec, mate.
Exactly.
What it
he
is.
augments your career as a boxer, and you augment his career as a father, and what he's become, I think, is a viral media personality. He's a giant man. He's probably, what's he, 25 stone, your
More
dad?
than that.
Yeah, he's a big. I mean, he and I are a similar age, and I spoke to him about weight. He's going on a weight loss at the moment, and getting fitter. He won't be the same John, but he'll be a healthier John.
He's got to be healthier. It's not a case of losing half your weight. You just got to take a few stone off. He knows that, but it's so difficult when people keep asking you out and paying you to have Chineses with them.
But the thing is, what he's got, and this is what I've noticed about your dad, and I've had the privilege. I came round with Spencer Oliver one night, and we had the Chinese meal. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
I drank loads of
You went round to Johnny's house to have Chinese.
It was brilliant.
With his mum and his dad, and Hetty his sister, and Henry and William, who Henry and William are as big as him as well.
William's bigger than me.
Hetty's 16 and a sportswoman
15,
as well.
Yeah, she's just 15.
They've got two massive dogs.
Four.
It's four. I only saw two of them anyway. Yeah. But Mum and Dad, Charlotte and John, are gorgeous people. Their house is open plan. We had a fantastic meal. We talked some really serious stuff about fight sports. I took a stick out and attacked Big John with it.
Trying to get his chicken balls.
Trying to get his chicken ball. We had so much fun.
It was brilliant.
This sounds madness.
No, but we all went off to the Chinese together around the corner. The Blue Lotus?
The Blue Orchid.
The Blue Orchid.
Yeah. The best Chinese in the world, by the way.
And this is what... it is fantastic. Yeah. What's the name of the ninja master in there?
Stingray. Well, Stingray.
There's all these characters.
My dad's been going to the Blue Orchid with my mum since I was 15, 16 years
so
old.
Funny.
And Ray is still there. And then his sons, Richard, or Ruthless Richard and Dangerous Daniel, they're both there as well. And it hasn't changed.
Ruthless Richard and Dangerous Daniel.
Don't get on the wrong side of them, man.
Here's my take on
this
having...
This is a soap opera, isn't it?
No, but it is. But my take on going there and then watching Big John's kind of Instagram afterwards, and why he is viral is because... They're true to who they are. They are part of the Romford Massif, and like they live in the heart of Romford. And when people invite you into their home, I take that very seriously. I brought them up gadgets from China with me, didn't I? And all those things. We had an amazing talk culturally and about life. And I walked away and I watched John's Instagram now. A lot of people give John, like they do to other people who are a figure in the media, what's your thing? They give him abuse. Yeah. the way he treats people is phenomenal, and he turns haters into fans because he doesn't have a bad side to him, Big John.
No.
And he is going to get bigger and bigger. He also cares about people.
He does.
He puts messages out all day long. In fact, sometimes he's spamming your timeline
he does it
talking
too much.
about
He'll put about 10
GCSEs.
Instagram posts on the
Hetty
day.
was doing a GCSE. Your sister was doing a GCSE mocks.
Yeah.
He's on. That's in his head. So he's doing GCSE mocks.
He's got no filter when
talking
it
to the
comes to
kids
it. Yeah.
about. Don't worry now. He's got a lot of wisdom, and he
he has.
shares it, and he's so cool with it. And I get it. I get why people, young and old, really like him.
They can resonate with him because I think they
absolutely.
see the.
It's a really weird
I
phenomenon.
don't like
but
talking about your own dad, but he's just a genuine bloke, and people can resonate with that. And as you said, coming back to what you said about augmenting and helping each other with our own careers, my dad started doing this. He wasn't on a TikTok sensation.
Yeah.
He was selling my tickets. That's what he was doing. Pen and paper, 2,500 tickets, all by hand. People coming to our house, picking them up, and that's how it all started. And without him, no one else could do that for me. So I'm grateful.
because I've got to do something. Chael Sonnen. Have you heard of Chael Sonnen? The former UFC, was he a champion in the UFC? Yes. He was. Fought Anderson Silva, fought John Jones.
No, he fell short of being a champion in the UFC.
Short. Fought Michael Bisping, all these guys. Middleweight and light heavyweight. Chael has an issue with your dad, and he's always hammering on, who's this guy getting big? I'm going to get Chael to meet up with your dad because that is an explosive conversation. Because Chael's got a lot to say.
Well, speaking about American interest, Ariel Helwani's been on.
Yeah, he has.
Ariel thinks your dad's fantastic. Yeah.
Listen, my dad, we're all the same. If people don't like what they see, it's fine. Don't worry. You don't have to watch. People are allowed to have other opinions, but we're always going to be ourselves. And if you can buy into that, that's brilliant. If you don't like it, that's fair enough. We've got nothing. We've got no vendetta or anything against anyone. So
he boxed a little bit when he was younger as well. I remember talking to him about it.
He boxed at the Lion ABC. He boxed at the Repton. He fought Barry Smith actually.
Barry Smith who works with Ben Davison.
Well,
they're both over 20 stone now.
Yeah, so, it could be a good fight matchup that one. I don't know how long my dad could last. Maybe 30 seconds. But
Barry can still box.
He can. I don't know if Big John still can, but no. He was a sportsman. He played for Leyton Orient till he was 18 years old. Done everything. Won the London Cup with Essex, with Havering District. So he's been a footballer. He's been a boxer. So he's got that sporting background as well.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
What's he doing in Vegas?
He was basically a guy called Jonathan Jostle got in contact with him, the Plaza Hotel, where they filmed Casino. You know the film Casino?
Yeah.
They filmed there and said, Big John, we've seen your sons over here training. We'd love to get you over here. We're all massive Bosch soldiers over here. And he just went and tried their Oscar's Steakhouse. Oscar Goodman was a mob boss attorney.
That's right.
And he went and met him and went all around all their different restaurants, trying all their foods, trying out their swimming pools. So and now we've made a great connection over there.
And on John's Instagram now, you can even use a code to get a reduction for the hotel room.
I know, it's amazing.
He's got that kind of deal.
Talking about the connections we've made, for some reason we've never been there in our life, but if you look on our Instagram statistics, our insights, our second biggest following after London is in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide.
I get that though.
We've never been to Australia.
I can imagine the Aussies appealing.
I was in Croatia. I was in Croatia after my last fight, having a couple of nights off, and I was on the boat, and people were just randomly saying, "Bosh, Bosh, we're the Aussie Bosch Soldier Regiment. Come on, let's get a picture." Like, it's crazy. We've never been there before, but I can see why he could be a good Aussie geezer, Big John.
Totally.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's taking over, man. He's taking over. The Bosch World Tour is on.
Yeah, it's on.
It's absolutely on.